of the committee, of the meeting, is that we can share this kind of information.
Madam Chairman, we haven't heard, or I haven't heard, directly from the private duty section. The private duty section should certainly be aware of the present situation. We have had no suggestions, to my knowledge, from the private duty section on our present situation.
This is the dilemma that the community council identified, Ms. Wells, is that we can meet and decide what's good, but if the practitioners, we have the responsibility. It's a bad, and they're in a bad position. They're in a position of really receiving employment through a professional agency that is run by, theoretically, a board. The controls our board. So it's a bad situation. Probably they feel that their recommendations are not adhered to. And yet anything that the board recommends or the registry committee recommends, if the practitioners do not wish, it's the whole, you remember the lay group really questioned the organizational position of the board as relates to the professional registry. They said we had almost an impossible task to direct a committee who directs the membership and then the elected board. It is a very bad, but I don't know personally how any of this problem can be solved until the membership of private duty say what they will accept and what their recommendations are for this board to try to bring together all parties, directors and nurses service or whoever, is a compromise or something that we can, I know you're tired of hearing it, and they're probably tired of being dangled.
And I'm tired of keeping it.
And so maybe this will be a positive step. I trust for all concerned that it will be. All right. Do we need to clarify now? We've agreed that the finance committee should meet and have some data for us. And what about time for us to set this meeting up? It is May 7th, 8th it is. Does
You would
anyone
have to have a call meeting, wouldn't you, Ms. Cole?
Yes, unless we could get on a date that might be agreeable to most at this point. And give Miss Mace time, whatever the group wishes. Do you wish me to wait until Mace meets and then try to have a call meeting? Is that your pleasure?
Who's going to line our guests up?
Miss Atkins?
Well, I'm going to warn you, I'm taking vacation early part of June, the 1st of June, so if anybody have section meetings, please send me your notices before June, and I'd like to do everything we have to do before I leave.
Are most of you here mid-June?
I'll be back June 26th.
Late June?
Late June. I'll have 15 working days.
Or 1st of
And then
July?
save the rest of Christmas.
Will you have time in a month to get your finance committee together?
After this week, I'll see what I can do.
Then is the membership in agreement, the board members in agreement that as soon as Ms. Mace notifies me that we'll try to establish a call meeting? Very good. Public relations, Ms. Hale, do you have anything to report?
Only, which dovetails back into the next week's activities. Ms. Atkins has followed through beautifully on this with spot announcements and and, kind of thing. You wanna add, Ms. Atkins, any details to that?
Well, we all have some window displays. I think
Oh,
we'd
yeah.
like to know that the gas company will have one, Abbey Rent will have one, Davidson had one scheduled for 2 weeks and got mixed up with 4 other groups, so they'll just give us the booth. There will be a booth at Greenbrier today and is in session now. Will be one at Lenox Square at Muses, one at North DeKalb Shopping Center on the 13th. Those 3 booths will be maintained. All the radios and television stations have the announcement in the Georgia Broadcasting Company, and then we also have sent at least 400 or 500 scheduled for bulletin boards on the clinical sessions. The television programs will be on, as you noticed by your schedule, will be on Today in Georgia, 9 o'clock Ruth Kent, and then the next day on Don Barber's show, which should be very good at 9 o'clock on WGA. Everything has been covered. We still are going to see the newspapers tomorrow. I haven't gotten the photograph and to sign the proclamation. Hope to get that too.
Very good. Looks like we're getting widespread coverage here. It's good. Official publications, Charity Wells.
Ms. Atkins gave me my report. She said that 35 American Journal of Nursing subscriptions had gone in through the district. Now, I am sure that many have gone in individually, as mine went in individually. They're unreported. But I guess what we're interested in is the one that goes in through the district, because we get a little refund for our district treasury on that. But she says there are 35 up to date.
I'm glad you told I sent that. I didn't want anybody to think I was playing politics, sending us some notes over there. But we do get a refund. Maybe they know if they renew directly to AJN, we still get the same amount,
Oh, you
50
do?
cents at the end of the year. All they do is send us the bookkeeping to do, the tabulated cards to check, and throw us in one from another state occasionally to see that we're doing it.
Very good. Thank you. Now, we have reports of special committees. I know that the Careers Committee has met with the program and the publicity. We don't have any report from them other than they have participated. Are there others, other reports, special committees? Ms. Budd's National Defense and Disaster Group have met, and they plan to meet May 19th at Dobbins Air Force Base, so they're active too. Sections reports. Anyone have section reports?
We met on, April 27th, had a good attendance and had Mrs. Burns from Emory to give our program on peritoneal dialysis, which was very interesting, and she also told us that that was only half of the program and the other would be on diet, and she would like very much to give that to us, so we voted to have the second half at our next meeting. It was an excellent meeting.
We had a EACT meeting, and Margaret Ford continued the discussion on the utilization of associate degree graduates in General Hospital. She really gave a good talk, and I think it's proven profitable to have luncheon meetings.
Very good.
The nursing service administrators section met. Ms. Hale just handed me the report. I wasn't there. At Grady Memorial Hospital, 55 people were in attendance, and the program was about Grady Hospital. Grady's celebrating their 75th anniversary, and I heard before I got this report, I heard what a good program it was.
Other reports?
We had our meeting planned, sent out announcements for our meeting on the second Thursday in April, which was 13th. Had a speaker there, and they were 3 members, myself and 2 authors. So I don't know what our section's going to do. I'm afraid that
We have 29 members. Notice is sent to all of them.
Do you have dinner meetings, do you not, too?
As a rule.
Yes,
This was after Red Cross, and it was on, diabetes and the products. The Ames representative called and wanted to meet with our group to bring us up to date on what, and we accepted and announced that on the, card, notice of the meeting, but we did not get enough for a meeting, so that's why, may I say to Ms. Atkins, that we did not, have a meeting, therefore we could not submit any names for nomination for the district or state level. And there was a deadline on that, if it had to be done by May the 1st, we would not have another meeting, so that's why you did not hear from our section.
Well, your deadline's been extended,
Well,
but
I didn't know that until this afternoon.
we didn't expect it to be, so we just haven't had a chance to get around to them.
So if you got any, you just send it.
I didn't in the roll call acknowledge that Mrs. Bussey is the, new, she was, first vice chair of the elected general duty section, and in the chairman's resignation, Mrs. Bussey is very much interested now in the general duty section, and we're going to see if we might not have just a dinner meeting to try to get. And when we contact you, Ms. Bussey or I, any support that you can give us to help get them out to eat, we'll go easy on the business at first to help try to get them a bit more organized. We're glad to have you, Ms. Bussey.
Public Health had a meeting. I didn't receive the minutes, but I did receive the nominations from for both the state and all. Ms. Garland, did you go?
A good meeting.
I think then that covers all of the sections for reports. We have some fine reports and appreciate the interest. Unfinished business, we have, Ms. Atkins has already announced that we do need the nominations for district and state ballots, so make yourself a note on that. And then, you'll recall, we mailed each of you, our bylaws state that the place and time of the meeting, was established by the board. And when Ms. Hammett and the program committee wanted us to take advantage of the invitation to the 60th anniversary of the Tuberculosis Association and hear their guests, it called for a change in our meeting hour, not the date. And we sent out the referendum, and we now need to verify the vote. We had 14 yes votes, and there were no nay votes. Is there any question or any discussion about the change for our Thursday's meeting, which has been set earlier at 4:30 p.m., will now be held at 5:30 p.m. at St. Mark's Methodist Church?
Will it be in the church auditorium?
Downstairs in the fellowship room.
Oh, downstairs.
They'll have the chairs placed, a table, and be facing you.
Right.
And there'll be a reception over there. Incidentally, may I tell them that at the TB meeting, they'll have a brief meeting before the nurses go in at 3 to 3:30. They have a bylaws and a few things that you don't care to, but they will reserve you the 60 to 90 seats in there, and there is a reception afterwards. So they're hoping that they
And we were invited to
do
the
the
reception.
Oh yes,
also.
they have students from all of the schools of nursing, and then the church is directly down there, within 2 blocks of it.
Could I have a motion in order that we may ratify this referendum vote?
Move the verification of the vote.
All right. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And it is verified. We have, new business. Is there new business to come before the, we have the one item, I have the one item that I spoke of earlier, the resignation of Miss Marion Hale as secretary. What is your pleasure in handling this?
Would you like for me to renominate Ms. Templeman?
We won't accept it.
Ms. Templeman had consented to serve, to answer your question there. And at the time, I believe we had Ms. Hale and Ms. Templeman nominated by the board. Ms. Templeman had consented to serve. What is your
I
wish?
nominate
Yes, if we can deal with her resignation, Ms. Mason said we won't accept it. She has, requested us to accept it. May we deal with this at this time?
I move that with regret, we accept Ms. Hale's resignation.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion to, and a second to,
I'm trying to make her be secretary.
Here, I just got one lesson and I had to quit. What am I supposed to do?
have a motion and a second to accept Ms. Hale's resignation.
You don't need that written out on that. Put it down. Put it on this, then we'll have it.
Oh, okay.
The parliamentarian was trying to get the secretary on the ball to say,
At least I could go out in glory. That's what Sister Lewis Mary was worried about anyway, so.
I tell you, take it again.
all in favor of this motion to accept Ms. Hale's resignation, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Then with regrets, we accept Ms. Hale's resignation. And she stated in the resignation as, that, at such time as is convenient, I believe, to the board. And, we would need to deal with that, and we have a nomination, a suggested nominee of Ms. Templeman for secretary. We need to say when and whom.
Can she finish out Thursday?
Who is Ms. Templeman?
Supervisor.
Move the nominations be closed.
Did everyone have an opportunity to suggest, or are we by consent?
fine, nobody said anything.
You're right, Ms. All right. Then we have Ms. Templeman named and a move that, and a second that nominations be closed. Then can we unanimously consent that Ms. Templeman be asked again to serve? She had stated earlier she would.
You got to give them the right to vote against.
Oh,
Those in favor.
Do you
All
want
right.
a motion on that, or do we leave that?
yes.
So you can't take that right away from them.
All right.
That goes to.
They have to vote, they can't unanimously consent.
No,
Miss
that goes to
Sister
Sister.
Lewis Mary.
Sister just
This
passed that
actually
on.
was a nomination, and I don't see the motion. Was it not?
No,
this
she
is,
voted for the
this is not.
nomination.
No.
We got that one done.
Yeah.
All right, but we do need to, vote on, Ms. Templeman to be, asked to be served as our secretary. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Then Ms. Templeman will be requested. Is elected, and we will, so.
She's gonna teach you how to be chairman.
We got to get these words in here. She's just not asked, she's elected now. Did you know this is how to resign?
Very good. Now, we have, is there other new business?
You have to decide, she will take over at the next.
Anytime, it's
Yes.
fine with me, I mean, whatever.
She's gonna finish May meeting.
Oh, I didn't hear that, okay.
All right, then we'll ask, Ms.
She just
Templeman
wants to
for
check.
her term to become effective after the Thursdays or the May meetings.
Madam Chairman, there's one thing that we might announce to the group in this membership bulletin. There'll be no more courtesy membership cards issued.
Oh, yes,
on
I
our-
checked
I was very happy to see about the regional conferences, but the courtesy membership have usually been awarded in June, and then they had that for the rest of the year. But now that they have the half-year membership, they feel that should be changed.
A&A, the courtesy membership, no longer, the half dues will still be in effect. I believe maybe we might have one announcement if the board members have no other business. Did you have a new film to show, or have you expanded your program to include anyone else for the, there was some question that you maybe had another film later this month as a part of the,
I'm sorry, I don't know about it. If
Ms.
we did.
Gilman told me that you'd have 20 seats extra for that showing of the film when your heart specialist spoke. Right this minute, I'm not sure of the date, but the film is here. I was thinking it was to be shown tomorrow, but it's the TV film that's going to be shown on the 10th that we had to pick up the date.
We are
And,
having some coronary care classes
yes.
every Tuesday at
Dr.
3:30.
Foster, is that his name?
Dr. Harper, Byron Harper.
Harper.
That must be it,
And
but I'm
that
not.
this film would be used at that time, and that there would be 20 seats available if anybody. It's Dr. Willis Hurst, newest and latest one, and there's a great demand on it. They say that it's quite popular.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that she had invited you all. We're happy to have you come. And I can-
It was going
Yeah, I
to
don't
be
have
included
the
on an
ticket.
addendum had we more for in-service programs on that, in talking to her about the film and getting it. The doctor said he would speak, and they would like to use the film, so we have it for you over here.
Is anyone else, can we invite ourselves?
Probably a Tuesday at 3:30 is all I can say at this point.
I didn't have enough room to bring all my equipment, but the date is written in there. If anybody wants to call either you or call us, we'll be happy to give it to you. I think it's the 22nd.
I move that we adjourn. All right, we have a motion for
I
adjournment, a second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye.